What's up, everybody? Rex Dreamworld, and today I would like to tell you all about what I've watched last weekend, and that was Arcane, the third act, finally. But let me just state off with the second season that it is completely weird upon reaching the end of Act 2 and all of Act 3. Like, first off, Singe wanted to bring Vander back as Warwick, and he did that. Then he decided to buy into Mbessa's terms, Ambessa's terms to capture him so that he could that get the resources he needs to bring back his daughter Oriana. Which, granted, he could have just probably, if possible, asked once Vander was in control of himself, none of that little brain problems or the blood stuff. He could basically be able to just offer some blood to help heal Oriana rather than having him straight up killed. But, and then there's this whole thing with the Arcane that, like, how Violet was basically going to have to go up against Jinx. Then she got broken up with Caitlyn. Then lost her way, and then Jinx comes back to convince her to come with her so that they could restore Vander's mind, and it worked. And then the biggest part of the confusion is how, with between Jace and Victor was going to help heal Warwick, and then he just straight up decides to go evil in the third act. Like, second act, he was willing to help heal Vander. Yet at sort of like second episode 8, they decide to remove that concept, make it so that Warwick dies, and of course he turns into the Machine Herald. And then they straight up turned the guy who I was hoping to look like an actual werewolf turn into some metal abomination. That is completely not the Warwick I'm looking for, the one I was hoping for, and that ain't Warwick at all. No, that ain't Warwick. Warwick has a darn long snout that I was hoping to see, much longer pointy ears, and even a tail coming out. But the people at Riot decide to turn him into some golem creature. That's Galio. He's already a golem. You don't need to make Warwick that way. That's not the Warwick I know. The Warwick I was hoping to. I mean, ever since I saw Arcane on Netflix, saw all these game trailers, especially Warwick. I'm disappointed. I was hoping to see that he would become more like he is in the game, but now they changed it up and gave him a completely different look. But one thing's for sure, here's what I am happy to know, that I'm glad to be happy about. That Jinx did not die, she's still alive, but within using her super speed, I believe that she also may have saved Vander. Like, she used the bomb to smoke, like as a smoke screen, to to blind Violet's eyes or anyone else from seeing where she's going. And when it comes to Warwick, she basically probably saved him and was taking his unconscious body, used a bomb not only to hit blind, prying eyes, but also to knock out Vander or Vanwick, and is hoping to find a way to bring Vander back alive. Probably gonna find some magic. Maybe when Jinx is using that, like now that I think about it, when she said worlds apart, she was literally willing to leave Piltover and Zon. Like she was not wanting to stay in the very place where she is either caused harm, but then again they caused harm to her first. Like the dilemma between Piltover and Zon. That's what happened to her. And then there's the whole thing where the other orphaned kids that Vander orphaned, Milo and Clagger. Well, Milo mostly calling Powder a Jinx, and then straight up to where Violet called her a Jinx herself. The disrespect, the distrust. There was that's what made Powder become Jinx, especially at the end of episode 9, season 1. But then Isha came, and sadly Isha died. I was hoping she survived. That's what I was hoping in Act 3, that somehow she survived. Poor little girl. But now she's a dead mute. Well, now she probably won't be a mute. She's probably talking in heaven. But I'm going to hope that somewhere down the line, she's that she's going to be able to survive by by well, she's basically, well, Jinx and Warwick, anywho. I'm hoping that Jinx finds Lux, who is technically part of the game, so that she can probably use some magic to restore Vander's memory. And hopefully, with that memory, he's going to rip off the metal from his body so that he can grow his skin back. I mean, he's a werewolf. He needs to grow that back, but he can't with all that metal. Vander healed most of his body, but then straight up turned him and Huck and anyone else that Jace also killed into robotic monsters. Like, and then that's another thing. How was first I thought he was possessed, but then in Act 3 they decided to like say that he was good. I mean, at least at episode 9 explained why, but it's confusing with Arcane. But now I'm believing that Jinx is bringing Warwick into a completely different new series. And that series will probably have Jinx and Warwick, but also probably involve Lux, Blitzcrank, Teemo, and Yasuo. And anyone else who might come into play. Especially this piano playing character that I never heard about. Probably bring this guy from Freljord. Would have been nice if they brought Benzo back alive in the current time, like Singe probably brings him back as Ergo. Who knows? But I'm hoping that in the next series, while they could add new characters, I would love to see Jinx and Warwick be involved. Warwick being healed, removed of the metal, having that fur, tail pops out, ears grow longer, and his snout and his mouth elongates into a snout. But anywho, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.